Hey crafters, it's Janet coming at you today with another addition to my Farmhouse Fall mini-series for 2019. I created a garland for my fireplace, and I just wanted to share with you real quick all the things that I threw in this in case that it would give you ideas of different things you could use. So this is Nicole at Home. This is something that I purchased at AC Moore with a coupon, or it was on sale. I didn't pay full price for this, so it was only about $4 or $5 for this little, it's like a circular thing of twigs, as you can see. And when I cut it apart, you can either leave it in that circular motion and use it for like a wreath, or if you stretch it out, you can kind of wrap it around something. But you can manipulate the twigs more so than what you would think to make this kind of stand out. And I'm going to stretch it across my fireplace, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Now, of course, when you open it up, some of the little pieces kind of break off, and as you manipulate it and stretch it out, a few more little pieces will end up falling off. So I did have a little bit to clean up when I was done, but I just want to show you how easy this is to manipulate. I think this would be a lot of fun if you could figure out how to get it to stand up on something and make it look like a tree form. So I may try that in the future, because I think I still have one more of these. They do have little wire pieces that are holding those twigs together, so just be mindful of that when you're stretching it out, and not to cut yourself on that. But as you can see, I've kind of stretched this out pretty good, but I still continue to try to manipulate it some more as I'm going to stretch it across the fireplace. And it works out pretty good. I think it just lends to that outdoorsy farmhouse feel by using the branches. You know, it just, I don't know, I think it does. And I'm just going to stretch it right across the fireplace. I had taken some of my other decorations down prior to that, but then I decided that maybe I should take them all down, stretch it across, and just fix it exactly how I wanted it before I added everything back to it. Because some things are in behind it, and some things are kind of in front of it, and that also kind of helps hold it into place. So I'm going to go through all the things that I kind of pulled out to go through. This is just some maple garland that's from the Dollar Tree. And I ended up using 3 different ones of these. This one actually has some little berries and some little pumpkin pieces on it. So I kind of ran this one directly down the middle of it. And then the 2 that I added on the end are just like the maple leaves. And there's so many different ones to choose from. Some of these are even from last year. I kind of dug through my stash and wanted to try to use up some of the things that I already had on hand. But a lot of the things at the Dollar Tree come back year to year. And sometimes they vary slightly in color, and sometimes they're exactly the same. And with any floral, you kind of have to pick through it, but Dollar Tree really has a lot of great ones to choose from. This is a little hop bush. It's in this beautiful orange color. I absolutely love them. I also picked them up in this like ivory color, and I used those last year in a video where I decorated one of the little kitties. This delphium, I'm showing, there's little areas where you can actually cut the wire, and I used the wire cutters to make those just a little bit shorter, and then I tuck those in between the branches. This is maple pumpkin. It's got a little pumpkin pick on it with some berries and a pine cone. There's ones just called maple leaves, and these have like a burlap looking leaf with those. I picked up these really pretty daisies in this orange color, and I love them. They look like mini sunflowers. And then this little pick is actually from Hobby Lobby. It's $2.99, and of course it's 40% off, but I absolutely love the little berries on this and the little springy twigs. These are mums, and then they also have marigolds. This just says fall foliage. It's just some different maple leaves that you can use throughout it as well. And then these are a little bit different color. They say maple pumpkin as well, but they're like a brown and yellow. So depending on what your colors are, you can pick a whole bunch of different ones. These beautiful sunflowers, I just love them. And some mini flowers with grass. I thought this would add just a little bit of something different to the actual floral arrangement. And then I just go through and add each of them, trying to make it cohesive where it balances out, and add each of them to either side. I think I may go back and thin out the marigolds that I put in there, or the mums, one or the other, just to make it not so thick in that area. It's the only thing I think I will change if I go back and do something a little bit different with this garland. And I didn't show the little pumpkin pieces. There are some that are kind of just as long as the delphium that have little pumpkins hanging from them. And I did add those to that, but I noticed I didn't show those. And then this is the end result. I will probably go back and thin out the marigolds and the mums just a little bit and put them a little bit more spread out on this. But for the most part, I'm really pleased with it. I love that grapevine wreath look to it. I just think that just gives it that woodsy farmhouse feel. And then the little metal hooks, I've had several of you ask me about those. They're actually stocking hangers. I leave them up all year long. They are embossed just barely with some like holly leaves, but you can't see it unless you're right up on them. And they have like this bronze color, and I love hanging things from them that pertain to the holiday, whether it's Easter or Valentine's Day or July 4th. So I've just left them up all year long, and I thought that the wood bead garland looked really nice dangling down below. I know this was not a whole lot to this, but I hope that it inspires you or gives you ideas that you can use to decorate your house. I love, that farmhouse primitive look. I always have. And I try to do a lot of my DIYs that kind of center around that. So if you love those type of ideas, make sure that you've hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. I do have a Christmas ornament series that's going every Saturday from now until Christmas. I just did week 4 yesterday. And so if you want to keep up to date and make sure you don't miss those, make sure you hit that notification bell as well. As always, thanks so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and hope you get a moment to craft it up.